Hello and welcome to SNMGD. My name is Mathadar. Hello there. I've had a few margaritas, but I also had to go and fix the wonderful problems I was having with the streaming software because apparently my Streamlabs decided to update, which means I had to go fix the resolution. It was like, have you ever used it before? Why are you going to be using Streamlabs software? You know, hey, could you log in? Do you want to make an account? I pay you guys every month for multi-stream. I think I have an account. Anyway.
Hello, Diviner.
So what we did off last time is we have joined a cult. And we get to go to talk to Ekris. Must speak to the High Council to find out what's happening. A lot of button presses just to get out of the menu. Alright. Here we go. Dazra City. We have never seen the city proper. We just kind of walked through it.
Out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple? Azad and Shireen, if I remember right. I've met them a few times. They seemed a little eccentric, but were otherwise quite nice.
That's them, yes. They're apparently looking for some help with their research. They made some kind of discovery that has them troubled.
Good luck finding help at a time like this.
Indeed. Yet the Serpent provides for the faithful, so who knows?
Nothing is truly impossible.
So they got a mission that apparently is now queued off. I heard them talking and realized it was a mission. Okay, so that's the area where they had their ritual, and the leader of their group got lost, and like a huge part of their city got destroyed. That's where that shield thing is. It's off in the distance. Bad news bears, basically.
By the stars. I wasn't prepared for the sheer scale of it all.
Well, you mean the destroyed area? Yeah, it's big.
Do you truly have no shame, Amir? No shame at all. What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame. But instead, here you are, acting like a common fool.
Borhal, calm down. Do not do this here.
How shameful of you to have these outbursts. Oh my, what would poor mother and father think?
You will speak not of mother and father, sloughing bastard. No shame. No shame at all. What a waste of good life that they worked tirelessly to give you.
They brothers?
Mother and father spat on the ground I walked on. You were their pride and joy.
So I guess the guy on the right is the firstborn? Okay.
Yay!
Oh. Sure. I could have a soda. I'm fine with that. I still have soda in the bottle. I don't know how it'll deal with my alcohol. As I had a margarita. It was good margarita. I had a refill. It was very tasty. It was a very strong lime margarita. The whole family had them. I was more of a position to stream than Stephanie, which is why I'm streaming. It was like, you can stream if you want, and I was like, all right, but I'm streaming with a bit of margarita in my belly. But I am perfectly fine having soda. That doesn't bother me. I have a glass here. I just need to wash it off, and I can fill it out with soda. Unless Monstrous is watching, then she could just run some water through it and get me some soda. Either way works for me. Either way, let's listen to the rest of their argument. I'm assuming first brother, hence him treating the best. Younger brother, it could be the other way around, I guess. Could be he was firstborn, and then when his baby brother was born, they all paid attention to him. I don't know. Usually the firstborn's the one they pay more attention to. But who the hell knows?
Good, generous Borhal, always the paragon, the keeper of our family name.
I am disgusted to call you brother. It would be best for all of us if by some miracle you were to drown in one of those bottles of Koza you are so infatuated with.
Oh, he's drunk too. He drinks a lot too. Oh no. Poor Adlub there. He's like you were fighting your life down to the bottom of a bottle of booze. Bad.
Ugh, with a brother like you, is it any wonder I am driven to drink?
Wait. You're driven to drink? I don't recommend... Okay. Don't drink if you're gonna drive. I don't know what he means.
Are you done? Both of you. Will you calm down?
I hope so.
You should be addressing the brute here. He is the one making the scene.
I am causing a scene because you tried to sell Mother's urn, with Mother still in it.
Oh my god, he's trying to sell off the cremains of Mom in the urn? For alcohol? That's pretty low.
I was not thinking. It was a mistake.
That is precisely the sloughing problem, Amila. You are never thinking. You are too much of a drunken fool to think. Apparently you are not even above selling the remains of dear mother to fund your habit.
It was a mistake. And you are going to condemn me for the rest of my life over a mistake?
You know, there's a lot worse off there than that.
Perhaps I should.
Well, I'm gonna leave them to their
You truly
business.
have no shame, Amila. No shame at all. What you have done goes beyond disgraceful. It is morbid, disgusting. You should be hanging your head in shame, but instead here you are, acting like a common fool.
Borhal, calm down. Do not do this here.
How shameful of you to have these outbursts. Oh my, what would poor
Oh my
mother...
god, they're gonna keep looping. I'm just gonna move on.
I know it.
Let them argue. None of our business. It's a family dispute.
Yes. Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir. And given the state of things,
What?
that is a singular
Oh, now if I made a stir, I walked in and like went into a cave and came out. Is it because I'm an outsider? I guess it's because I'm an outsider.
accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, diviner?
Oh, right. They gave me the title Diviner. What's going on here? Yeah, I want to know that.
At the moment, obviously a great deal of nothing. Have the High Council to thank for that.
It's okay.
Politics and expedience rarely pair well.
Yeah. So, I'm supposed to help you on your project?
Well. Progress, at last. Then your arrival is even more momentous than I'd believed.
Oh.
I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the Scaled Citadel. Until we can get through it,
I'm
we
not
cannot shut
ignoring
down
you.
the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through.
I don't know why Ecstasy is ignoring you. I think Ecstasy is busy running a game with Aichi and Shudder, because they have their Shadowrun game, sometimes on Tuesdays, sometimes on Thursdays. So I think Ecstasy is probably running that right now and managed to miss you asking Ecstasy a question. As for the why they're arguing in front of the storm and in front of you, probably a bad idea. I hope Ecstasy is being a cutie patootie and behaving, because it's Ecstasy. Probably doing Dardash and behaving too, or misbehaving. You know, as opposed to Mr. Behaving. I can Mr. Behave, but I can't misbehave. You can misbehave, and Ecstasy can misbehave.
We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive
It's
energy to
okay.
see if we could
I will
penetrate
sit
the
here.
barrier, but
I have
the
water.
project came to a halt. Politics got in the way.
This hardly seems like the time for politics to matter.
Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and everyone
Exactly.
realized they could potentially...
It's de-alcoholized soda. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. There's no soda in it. It's just water.
use it for leverage. What should have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began.
You
We
might
have
have listened? That's fair.
staring at this disaster as supplies
bother me.
pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
Okay. So, yeah, you know, I like that line. I've been here 10 minutes and the council is already annoying. That is 100% accurate.
I don't disagree, but allow me to impart some advice. Most would consider that
I'm the
disloyal,
diviner. I
possibly
can talk
even
about whatever I
heresy.
want.
Keep that kind of talk to yourself.
Nah, it's okay.
I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work.
Yeah.
If you're here, the council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need
Yeah.
to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may
Follow
speed
up with the
process.
houses? I'll get right on it.
I appreciate that someone around here is eager to get to work.
Yeah.
House Vetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. Al-Skadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her.
No.
And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker. And for House Varun.
Okay.
And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Okay, well, it certainly has the potential to redefine what we know about the universe.
Yes, exactly. I am glad I am not the only one who can see that.
Yeah.
Does
kind of obvious.
nothing to make the loss any easier, but still. We have encountered several interesting phenomena. First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost
Maybe that's
crystallized
ammunition or
version
something.
of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially
Well, we haven't fought
can
those.
appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties.
Oh, look, a grenade launcher?
While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have
Ammunition?
more practical applications.
Grenades? Sure. What do you think will give us an edge? Also, I love that one. Unproven technology gets enemies from outside our universe. Sounds like a great plan. I agree. I'm all here for it.
I do hope you are not questioning the thoroughness of my research. I assure you.
Oh, no,
they
I'm sure
will
they'll work. I'm just
The
finding it
process is
hilarious.
simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice if you have
Wait,
the
any
materials.
industrial workstation could do it?
And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable.
Variable?
You can use that to your advantage.
So it doesn't do the same thing all the time? I can now craft vortex grenades. That's what it just told me in the top right of the screen in case you missed it. I can make vortex grenades. So I guess they suck people into another dimension? Get them with that blast of energy? I don't know what they do. How have things been affected by the disaster?
Just look around. I'm sure you have at least some idea of how much we have physically lost. A huge portion of the city is just gone.
I just see that. I assume that's part of the city.
Are struggling. Supplies are limited. There is so much work to be done, and we are all just so tired.
Oh.
I hope that eventually we can return things to the way they were, but we must be
You can't put the cat back in the box.
That will take time, and I suspect a great deal of it.
We know what happened with Schrodinger's cat now. How do you know about the experiment in the Citadel? Were you like the one who designed it?
Not enough to have prevented it from happening. If I had any idea it was going to turn out like this, it had been Inasco's primary goal for some time. A way to recreate Jinan Varun's encounter with the Great Serpent.
Oh.
Everything we knew about grav drive
wanted to be
technology,
God.
every scientific advancement we'd made in the last 100 years was poured into it. Towards the end, I was just so exhausted. I asked for a brief time off. Had I not, I would be trapped in there with the rest of the science team.
Well, perhaps the Great Serpent had other plans for you, right? Based on your belief cycle.
Yes, I am sure that is how some would see it.
Not how you see it?
I left the project weeks before the disaster, and at that point, we were nowhere near ready. Some breakthroughs were made shortly thereafter, and they ran the experiment. And here we are.
So it sounds like him leaving the project actually probably caused some of the problems, but also they were going to ignore him anyway. There's a reason he left the project. He clearly left it because he saw a huge problem was going to occur. Well, if you got something that could help me, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, depending on how much trouble you're getting into. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered.
Less fatalities? If it's not something that would help me get rid of the phantoms, I don't care about. Fascinating is the word I would use to describe it. I've already mentioned that one.
Yes, it does nothing. We have encountered. Second, we have learned these horrors.
We already talked about the
we have
horrors
managed
and stuff.
Well, they.
I'll take. Yeah.
The process is simple and depend.
Okay. Alright, let's go get the group. The groups to agree. They're supposed to give us stuff. So let's go talk to them. First up is House Kadik. What a place. Hey. Oh, this isn't like radioactive water, it's actual normal water.
I wonder if there is an element of survivor's guilt to live in such splendor, or if the residents don't care about the optics.
They probably don't care. Like, they're all probably part of the various houses, so they all have this nice place to live. If you're not part of one of the big houses, are you really anyone? Holy crap! This is fancy.
Our physical house was spared in the incident. If that doesn't show favor, I don't know what does.
Just means you were farther from the epicenter.
You can't be serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. Something I can do for you?
Nah, I'm here to talk to her. Hey, Razmakadik.
So, Ekris has sent our newest diviner to inquire about Sahima.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Jamal's already told me all about you.
Okay, cool.
I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
So, what is the Ministry of Conjunction?
The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions.
So you're
Most
the
of our work
information
is
guys.
highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in.
Okay, they're the spies. They're the spies and the information collectors. Got it. So we're talking to like the spy master of the house. So what can you tell me about the house?
House Kadik is one of the 3 noble houses under House Varun. We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the 3. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dulcev.
Maybe a deception.
We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction, since I lead the department.
Oh, so the house itself is not the spy house, but one of the members of the house, is head of the spies. So they sometimes get drawn into information collection and dissemination for the council because of it. Okay. It's an honor to meet the elder of a noble house. I'll be polite.
Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
I have no idea what you mean. I think she's going to offer me a deal that I definitely could refuse, but probably won't. So yeah, definitely Mafia. When the snake talks, you listen. All I need is Sahima. The council sent me to get your cooperation. We need Sahima to help recalibrate the mooring device. I don't think I want to reiterate the when the snake talks, you listen. That sounds like that's probably their full-in kind of statement. We need Sahima.
I know the council is looking to Sahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken.
Taken?
Along with other members of the house.
Wait, what?
They're being held hostage.
Wait,
by
what?
zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
What the hell?
Taking hostages and negotiating. Doesn't sound like the zealots we're used to.
Yes, we are. So how did they kidnap people of the house?
What happened to Dazra was a cataclysmic event.
Oh.
The city may seem in order now, but...
Oh, it's the Veru Zealots. So, in the Star Wars mod, we have the Sith, and then the Sith Zealots. These are the Veru Zealots. These are the ones who are the most crazy, dying-of-the-wool believers to where they don't have rationality, just belief. They're the ones who stole Sahima.
those first few days, it was chaos. And the Zealots took advantage.
Got it. So why didn't you tell the High Council?
Because right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction.
What? No, it's not just information.
As much as the Council thinks it's their business.
It is.
It's not.
It's one of the people they
At
need.
least not yet. They want Sahima, and we're trying to produce her.
Yeah, but you could get help from the Council if you freaking told them that the person they need has been stolen. Like, what kind of stupidity is there? Okay, I get it. They don't want to look bad. They don't want to look like their intelligence was wrong and the person got stolen. They're trying to cover their own ass, basically saying we were supposed to protect Sahima. She was important. She got stolen. Nothing is a problem. Everything is fine. Everyone go about your business as usual. There's no problems. Half the city's gone. It's not a problem. The head of our organization's gone. It's not a problem. One of the people we need to help fix it is gone. That's not a problem. That's called denial.
You waste my time, Diviner.
That's not a... You're wasting time. Just tell the damn council. Tell me what the Zealots have demanded.
The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or
Oh, that's a waste of their time.
Worst case, a seat at the High Council.
Oh,
or
come
even
on.
the reinstatement of their house.
Wait.
House Maleen.
Okay, what the hell's
They
up
know
with House
we can't
Maleen?
risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
All right, tell me about Maheen. Like, what's the story? We all want to know about that.
House Maleen was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's Crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the Zealots you know today, to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work.
So they're keeping up with their original belief system instead of the more moderate view that the current houses have. They take a more extremist religious view. All right, well, so I'm amazed they have a house at all.
They had a house. House Maleen was abandoned a long time ago.
Wait, what?
But there are some
Why did the chat
who
refresh?
want to see it reinstated.
The chat just refreshed, so I'm gonna go check and see if we're still live. Yeah, we're still live. That was weird. I don't know why the chat refreshed, but we're still live, so confused, but it's fine either way. Who is Jandar? I assume it's the brother. So his brother got selected, or his second son?
Jinan Varun had twin sons.
Twin sons.
Jarek and Jandar. Jandar fully supported the Serpent's Crusade, and to many in House Maleen, was the best suited to take over for
So
his
it's an
father.
Abraham Isaac situation, where depending on who took over for Abraham, determined who was the proper son and who was the non-proper son. If I can get to the hostages first, the Zealots will have no leverage.
My thoughts exactly. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives.
But you'll
It's the
risk
only
buying.
reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
What she means is, now that I'm here, she can throw me in the deep end and let me do it, and then claim credit when I do it. Why is it always people trying to say, like, well, now you're here, I can finally do something? No, now I'm here, I can throw you at the problem. And if you screw it up, it's on you. That's what she's saying. Is it risking the lives of a few agents worth it to save that many? Agreed.
Of course. But the negotiations offered a chance to get Sahima and the others back without putting lives at risk. I saw the chance and had to take it. As demanding as I'd expected the Zealots to be, I fully intended to do everything in my power to bring them within reason.
Okay, I see. So she was trying to be soft-handed. I'll bring Sahim and the hostages home. No negotiations needed.
And that's where the issue lies.
Uh-oh.
I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does.
Crap.
Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This
Wait,
is where matters
why
get
don't your agent tell you?
complicated.
If he's in your group, why doesn't he tell you? Come on.
Once I made the decision to go through with the negotiations, It wasn't necessary.
What?
Now that the situation has changed, well, that's going to be your job now.
Well, why didn't you finish the negotiations? Let's hear about these complications then.
As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now.
Oh, she's infiltrating
On
them.
my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
I certainly hope it wouldn't come to that.
Yeah. Why would giving location jeopardize Merrick's work?
The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was
So it'd be spillage. They would know that Marak told us, therefore they wouldn't trust Marak anymore. I get it.
discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect.
Yeah.
They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again.
So you're establishing a relationship with them?
What better way to surveil a threat? It's important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting to stay one step ahead.
Right. So any tips on getting through to Marek?
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk.
Okay. So how can you remain so calm? Sounds like you have had a lot of experience with this sort of thing.
The people of Dazra look to us elders for strength and guidance. We cannot fail them at a time like this. Don't let my composure fool you, promised? It's neither easy nor something I take lightly.
All right. I'll return once I've got the location.
See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Oh, he's here. Wait, what? Why? Why could you just go up and ask him? Seriously, he's literally upstairs. This is aggravating. I can't. He's like 20 meters away. You couldn't just like talk to him and appeal to his ego? I have to be the one to do it? He's right fucking here. He's literally above your office. She just wants to put the blame on me. That's what it is. Hello, Merrick.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing
that water's
here?
cold.
Oh, thank you, Ecstasy. I will drink water. That's very smart. Yeah. I am communicating with Ananso Verun.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned diviner who thinks they're one of us now.
Yes.
So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them.
Rosma said you know, so out with it. All must serve and all that.
After all I've done. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Rosma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere
You got it.
negotiations. I see what's going on here.
Yep. Yes, you do. Very perceptive. I can see why Ross was so impressed with you. Oh my god. I'm totally gonna say that. I'll appeal his ego by that.
Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
I will keep appealing to his ego. It's impressive to be trusted over more senior members. She must consider you a prodigy. It's impressive we trust our more senior members.
Yes, I can see the jealousy all over their faces. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
Oh, wow. Talk about appealing to his ego. Of course not. Good work takes time, no matter how talented you are.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know.
Yeah, I get that. It takes a lot to deal with the stress you must be experiencing.
Some days, it takes everything. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being.
Yeah, they could kill you at any time.
I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability.
You say they're unpredictable, so you know the danger Sahima and the hostages are in.
I was wondering when your own agenda would come into play. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
Okay, you really think they won't harm the hostages?
Sahima isn't just being held hostage, they're putting her to work. The Zealots aren't stupid. They know what Sahima was involved in. And if they can beat us to that tech, they're going to try.
They're gonna make their own morning device.
And you think they'd believe your word over mine?
Yes.
Now leave me alone before I call security and have you escorted out. Or worse.
Okay, I'm gonna reload in a second.
I can't be a part of this.
There. Take that, you bastard. Hello, Wolf. How's it going? All right, let's go try that again and actually persuade him. I just got really ticked off.
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
Whatever I want. Oh my god, some of the options here. I'm here to see you.
And you are?
I'm Divider Carrie Ramirez, PhD. I like that we have PhD in our name because we're a doctor. Thank you, by the way, for choosing that one. Oh, that makes it especially funny when I introduce myself.
Ah, the heretic turned promised. I was wondering when our paths would cross. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them.
It's not ridiculous. Let's see. Alright, so Rosma told you know.
Well, you could have led with that. I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Rosma where Sahima is.
Also, High Wolf.
And if you're here
Sheriff
making
Wolf.
demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here.
If you're so smart, you can tell me where this is going.
Easy. You ask me where Sahima is, I refuse because my work is vastly more important than yours. Then you go back to Auntie Rosma and tell her to go through with the negotiations. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
You really think they won't harm the hostages?
Sahima isn't just being held hot. The Zealots aren't... Oh, I don't think so.
Oh my god, that's a high persuasion.
I think I've considered... Well, it is the biggest variable. I'm aware of the serpent.
Damn it.
Now leave me alone.
Alright, refresh. Let's try that again there, Wolf. I'm gonna start nice with the guy, because I was supposed to not talk about why I'm here.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned... So, tell me.
I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have... Did she now? I guess this means the High Council is... And if you're here making... I see what's going on.
You are very perceptive. I can see why Rosma is so impressed with you.
Well, I am one of the few to go. I can't imagine where...
And it's entrust to more than over senior members.
Yes, I can... It's nice to see I'm...
Good work takes time.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis. But altogether, I admit it hasn't always...
Wouldn't a zealot attack you on sight? How do you get so close to them?
I see you're familiar with standard zealot tactics. But it's really all about crafting the perfect scenario to encounter the right one.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to stroke his ego.
Waltz up and say hello. It takes a great deal of surveillance and profiling to determine the right approach.
Oh, so it doesn't come so easily for you? Let's see. It takes a lot of deal with the stress you must be experiencing.
Some days, it takes everything. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The zealots do have the element of unpredictability.
All right, let's see here. If they're unpredictable, you can see... Okay, what do we want to say here? If you're unpredictable, you can see how the negotiations may not work.
I had a feeling this conversation was going to take a turn. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima.
Come on, stop wiggling me there. I'm in the same place I've been.
That information stays with me.
All right. Doggo is cuddling? That's fair. All right, let's go try talking to him again.
As much as I'd like to help you, I don't think so.
Oh, look at the persuasion now. That is so much better.
Yes, it's something I have considered. If anything, they are unpredictable. Point taken. Isn't that what the negotiations are for? Serpent's sake. Now leave me alone before I call Leave? Why are you still here?
All right, let's go try that again. I was very close. I should have picked the easier option.
You're no member of... Oh, so you're the... Oh, I certain... So much for confidentiality. I guess this means... And if you're here making... I see what's going on here. Well, I am one of... I can't I do have a natural talent. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills,
There, I tried
but
a
it
different
doesn't mean
tactic.
the hours I put
Try
in
'em.
are any less. Exactly. There's still research, but altogether, I admit it hasn't. The work, the strategies, but being with the Zealots is a different story. Of course, it's
Ecstasy is
gotten
here, but I think
easier as I've
Ecstasy's running
gotten to know
campaign at the
them.
moment.
But it's a mental challenge whenever a new face is introduced.
Must be a lot of difficulty.
You have no idea. I can't even tell you how much, not to mention the stress. I may be the best. I had a feeling this. I've worked hard, and like I've told Rob, so as much as I'd like to help you, I don't think so.
All right.
I
Damn
think
it.
I've considered. Well, it is the biggest variable. I suppose you have
There
a
we go.
point.
Got it. Got it.
I'll let you in on their location. But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned.
There we go. Got it. Why would you give me information gets you reassigned?
Isn't the answer obvious? The Zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations.
Thank you. The information will save lives.
It better.
Downstairs we go. All right, here we go. Let's talk.
You must have gotten the location.
Oh, I can't just say I know where it is. Why do I have to tell? Okay, fine. Yes.
I figured they wouldn't be completely forthcoming. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
What are these shadow stations?
The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's Crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the Crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others.
So what about the Epsilon?
Epsilon was once a research station, with a focus on grav drive manipulation. The Zealots have since vastly expanded upon it. But it makes sense if they intend to use Sahima to their advantage.
So why didn't you try to search it earlier?
Shadow Station Epsilon is one of many zealot bases scattered throughout. As I mentioned before, I wasn't willing to risk agent lives in order to scout them all.
Yeah, and you couldn't talk upstairs and say I'm reassigning you, give me the information I need, because that would have so freaking hard. All right, let me make my VTuber visible again now that I fixed the me wandering off character situation. I'll head that way right away.
The sooner the better.
Bam.
Don't worry. If anyone can bring those hostages back safely, it's us.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations.
Wait, what?
I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
So where is this power station?
If memory serves, it's southeast of Shadow Station Epsilon. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Why that power station?
It's a fairly neutral location, and just the right distance from Dazra, so both parties will feel safe. The geothermal stations are also autonomous in nature, so we don't have to worry about unwanted
So a bunch of
eyes
robots.
and ears.
Okay, I'll... Neutral location outside Dazra. I'll be there.
I see you have a grasp on how these types of negotiations work. I'll stall the zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Seriously? Okay.
Diviner, a word before you go? Tell me, Diviner, what do you know about the Zealots?
They are old members of the once noble House Maline.
I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
No. Rasmus said Marek is working on establishing a relationship with the Zealots.
I'm surprised she even mentioned that much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council,
It's
and
embarrassment.
I'm sworn to silence.
I don't see how anyone could sympathize with such fanatics, let alone work with them.
Well, Sarah, it's called pragmatism. They see them as useful tools as opposed to people. Pragmatists oftentimes cause lots of situations like this. So, she lost control?
Yes, I'll get to that momentarily.
Yeah, so, yeah, that explains a lot.
Does it? I'd be curious to know what you've discussed. House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots, but the truth is far worse. Razuma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
That's why they want credits and weapons, because she's been giving them what they need to keep their crusade going. Because they're the violent extremists, and she's been giving them weapons. Wow, talk about political commentary in a game. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Supplying zealots is a mistake. They're terrorists. Bingo!
House Kadik would be condemned should anyone outside our house find out. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
That's why she wants to talk to me there. Seems like Razima's controlling the situation well to be. See, the Zealots have no power to negotiation. I'm going to find Sahima so Razima can take back control. Yeah, they won't have any leverage over them. Oh, I'm glad to hear your doggo was so nice to you and cuddling up to you. Aw.
And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Khadik shouldn't be associating with zealots at all, except on an extermination level.
Oh.
But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind.
Agreed.
We need to cut ties with the zealots altogether.
Yeah, supplying terrorists. Why not tell the council and have them put a stop to it?
Exposing this information to the council would condemn not only Rasma, but House Khadik along with her. I have no wish to tarnish our house or ruin my sister.
That's your sister?
I simply want to show her the error of her ways.
Oh. Yeah, supplying terrorists isn't a good look.
Not unless you want to be considered one yourself.
Exactly.
I want you to put an end to any connections between House Khadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I
think I
make
get it.
Clear. Should the hostages not survive, Rasma would blame the
Oh,
Zealots
sure.
and
Let's
cut
give a
all
round of
ties.
applause to Wolf from Hell 568 for their generous donation of 10 bits. That's enough to buy a coffee for a squirrel, maybe. Thanks for being so, supportive.
A coffee for a squirrel. Well, I mean, my tail's like that. I have a fluffy tail. Are you calling me a squirrel? Hey, Lucifer, are you calling me a squirrel? Because I'm a fox boy, not a squirrel. I may have a big bushy tail, but it's not.
Look who it is. The fallen angel of bad ideas.
Oh.
What's up? Ready to chat or just here for the hot gossip?
Listen, it's just a tail. It's puffy. I'm a fox boy.
So, a fox boy with a puffy tail and a playboy vibe. I admire the confidence. Just don't get too tangled up in those branches. You might scare off all the other woodland critters.
Okay. Copy that, Lucifer.
And I thought zealots were bad. Now I'm not sure what disgusts me more.
That's fair, Sarah. Are you insane?
Perhaps you don't understand. These noble houses have existed for generations. The people look up to us to guide them under the will of the Great Serpent. The fall of a noble house would put everything into question. And with the state Dazra is in right now, I won't allow that to happen.
Yeah, but how is killing your own family better than what Rospa's doing?
Those few lives will be nothing compared to the lives the Zealots will take if House Khadik continues to supply them. Sacrificing them would open my sister's eyes, quelling any sympathy and desire to work with the Zealots. Once Rasma no longer sees the Zealots as an ally, the rest will soon follow.
Well, okay. You gotta give credit. See, here's the thing. Say what you will about Bethesda, but I like this morally ambiguous character. They're fascinating. I do like this. This is a very fascinating character. Because she's willing to let her own people die to stop funding terrorists by her family. I get it, but that's also not going to be a good idea. You're condoning the murder of your own family. Okay, I was going to say, I thought we need Sahima alive.
What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her.
Whoa!
You just need to bring it back.
Whoa! I can demand 10,000 credits to do that? Okay, what are we going to say, everyone? Are we going to take the shady offer to let the hostages die, let the deal go south, and just murder all the zealots in cold blood? What are we going to do? We got options here. We got 1, demand 10,000 credits. 2, no way, I'm doing your dirty work. 3, I'm not committing to anything. 4, fine, but only because you should not work with zealots. 5, I'll see that it's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What are we doing? Because this is crazy, but I let y'all make this decision.
We are speaking, are we not?
Oh, my doctor is going to take the credits and go murder people? All right. Show me the credits and it's a done deal.
I knew you'd be reasonable, Diviner.
Yeah, I know, Morgan. You don't, Sarah, you don't like that.
Is complete. As you may have guessed, we can't afford any loose ends, and you'll need a cover story for Rasma. When you arrived, the Zealots had already killed the hostages, so you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name.
All right, gonna do 1, I'll make sure no one's left alive. 2, I live for good cover story. 3, so it'll be my word against the Zealot leaders. 1, 2, or 3. I live for a good cover story.
You'd fit well in the Ministry of Conjunction. That is, if you succeed. I look forward to seeing you at the negotiations.
Sarah's not going to be happy about this mission. Well, she's got to suck it up. Let's go. I guess I could dismiss Sarah back to the ship. And then, oh, maybe I can't. I think she's locked into it.
You've got something for me?
Oh, I can't. I can tell her to go away.
Time.
Should I tell Sarah to go away? Because she's not going to be happy about this mission. Because we're probably going to be murdering some innocent people, and she's going to be so pissed at us. She already doesn't like the fact we're doing morally ambiguous stuff. Screw her, getting 10,000 credits. Also tell her to hit brakes. All right, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Okay, but I have to say, I don't like being left behind.
All right, there we go. I am gonna go and deal with this mission thing. Time for Epsilon. Let's do this. Wait, what? Let me out. Oh, it's real close. Waste Shrine to Redemption. Pendant Leaf. Ooh, they have some wind chimes going crazy. Oh, this is the Groats. This is what the Groats look like. They are kind of like goats, aren't they? Yeah. Anything you want to ask about Mama Wolf? I also mentioned her a lot. Wouldn't be surprised if there's a question or two. I don't know much. I guess, how's Mama Wolf doing? Hopefully she's doing okay. Because I went to go check on her and stuff. Went to go visit Mama Wolf and stuff. Alright, let's see about this shrine thing. I hope they're friendly. Let me see this raised shrine of redemption. Oh, okay. Interesting. Snakes and stuff. Hello.
I have not seen out here, far from the city. The voice of the great serpent is clear to me.
Alright. As the quells, the great serpent create a divine circle, the path of redemption begins and ends here. Okay.
Welcome, my friend. I welcome you, fellow traveler. Have you come seeking redemption for your sins? Or has your journey brought you here for some other purpose?
Are you a priest?
Nothing of the sort. I'm just an old man seeking solace in troubled times.
So, I was just looking around.
An explorer as well as a traveler, then. I suspect you have yet to walk the path of redemption. There is no cause for shame. We must each choose the time that is right for us to make the journey. I would be happy to explain the custom, if you like.
So Mama Wolf had a bad day at work. They're taught by the coworkers to prefer to gossip than to do their job. There's a lot of jobs I've worked where that's the case. A lot of them prefer gossiping, and the work slows way down. Sure, why not? Why don't you tell me about the whole, redemption thing?
Ah, thank you, my friend. Your kindness is a gift, for it brings me happiness to speak of
That's
the path.
why I let you speak about it.
Spread across the land are 4 way shrines.
So Mama Wolf was helping you with your shoulder holster, for which firearm? Revolver, semi-automatic pistol, heck, there's even some rifles that have a shoulder holster.
Each offers words that describe a pillar of our society. To sin against the Great Serpent.
Oh yeah, the Colt 1911 you told me about before, right? I remember you telling me about that one. It's been a few weeks, months now, I guess. It's, I think it was back in February you mentioned it the first time. That's fair, because you were talking about holsters and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good holster for it.
Demands an act of absolution. We first come here to pray for forgiveness, and then we make a journey. We travel to each of the way shrines, reading their words and contemplating their meaning. When that is done, we return here to renew our pledge of devotion to the Great Serpent. In this way, we are redeemed.
Okay, so you can walk the path. 1, I'd like to make this journey for educational purposes. 2, I'd like to take in the sights, so I'll visit these way shrines. 3, for redemption, I will walk the path. 4, how safe is the journey? Is the path guarded? I'm going to ask him that question. Y'all decide 1, 2, or 3 while I ask him this question.
It is not, nor are the shrines themselves. The danger of the path is a part of the test, for redemption is given to the worthy, not the weak.
Okay, so are we making it for educational purposes 1, taking it the sights 2, 3 for redemption, I'll walk the path, or do we just exit the chat? So I guess technically we have 4 options. Yep, that's what I was thinking too. I'd like to take in the sights, so I'll visit them.
Oh, there are sights to behold, I promise you. And who knows? You might even find more than you seek. Wisdom, perhaps, if your mind is open to it. Here, you'll need this. It's my copy of the original Path of Redemption, written years ago by the honored Ranjik Dosa. It was he who first walked the path, guided by the Great Serpent. Begin reading it here, and follow the steps carefully. I shall await your return. I'm quite curious to know what you make of the experience.
Oh. Okay, so... So once I read the words, then I will go on the rest. So let's go to the Shadow Station Epsilon first, but I definitely am going to come back and do this. Well, I guess I can start reading it here. Sure, we're walking down there. We might as well do 2 birds of the same stone. So let's go ahead and read the book. It's only 4 pages. In a dream, the great serpent visited upon me divine visions, commanding me to make 5 plaques, etched with words to guide the faithful, lest we become lax in our devotion. When this work was done, another vision came to me, and in this way the great serpent made his will known. The plaques I had forged were to be placed at 5 sites chosen by him, and the journey from each site to the next would be a path of redemption and contemplation, that those who had sinned might find absolution. In accord with the 1st Division, I journeyed north from the city walls until I found my first ordained site. Here I placed my first plaque, and then I prayed for guidance. I lifted my eyes to the heavens and beheld a bright streak across the sky. A falling star had landed on a high peak just to the east, and I knew my next destination. So guided, I set out eastward with the city on my right. Along with the ridge of the plateau, I walked until my steps took me to a tower where lost souls listened to the howling winds. Before reaching the tower, I turned left and, putting the city at my back, descended to the valley floor and up the slope of the far side. Upon reaching the summit, I placed the second plaque. I prayed again for long hours, awaiting a sign. Okay, so he's told me where it's going to be, so let's read the first plaque. So it begins and ends here.
Survive one more day.
Okay, we started the journey.
Wisdom awaits you at your journey's end.
Thank you. So the second one has got to be a tower on a hill. Oh, wow. So this is what it looks like. So when he talked about destroying half the city, he wasn't freaking kidding. Look at that. Look at the crater. Wow. Holy crap. That's bigger than I expected. That's nuts. They're so screwed. Wow. So their city used to go all the way up to there. Man. Jeez. Okay, well... Okay. Let me go to missions. Wait, it said read the words on the path. I just did. Yeah, let me try that again. All right. Path of Redemption. So, eastward with the city on my right, along the ridge of the plateau, a tower, turning left, please say my back descended. So, eastward with the city to my right. So I need to go eastward. So this way. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's the power station. Wow. They're like bubbles of time. That's crazy. I'm assuming that's the tower at the top of the cliffs. Oh. Oh. Environmental monitoring terminal. Okay, I've not been authorized, so I'll keep going. There's the way shrine. All right, go into the next way shrine. The city on my right. City on my right, along the ridge of the plateau, I walked until my steps took me to a tower where lost souls listened to the howling winds. Before reaching the tower, I turned left, putting the city on my back, descended to the valley floor and up the slope on the far side. So, yeah, there's... Natural, where's the way shrine at? So somewhere up there is the way shrine. Okay. Well, let's do it. I do love worlds that are carefully designed. Yeah, the way shrine's way out there. So this is the tower where people listen to things, which is like it's just an environmental listening post, so it makes sense. People listen to things here. Wow. Helipod. I've never heard of that. What is the helipod? Oh, it's got a flower. Okay. What is this? Look, we've got them. Vortexes. Oh shit. The vortexes are at the healing station. Oh, you didn't hear about that before, Wolf? Yeah. We've been planning to do that for a while, and once so my game just crashed. I think I'll call it here because, one, even though it's not that late, I had enough alcohol, and the game crashing gives me a good time to just go brush my teeth to go to sleep. So I'm probably just going to call it here. I know I could go longer. It's not even midnight yet. Noon. Oh, wow, I'm that tired. But it seems like a good spot, so I'm going to go put something on, drink some water, brush my teeth, all that stuff, and then go to sleep. So y'all have yourself a wonderful day. Y'all have yourself a wonderful night. Thank you for joining me, SNMGD. My name's been Mathadar. I'm tired. But yeah, we're blockading the Strait of Hormuz. Any ship that goes through, we're going to intercept. We were originally just going to intercept the ones that were paying the $2 million to Iran, but now we're just going to intercept any of them because we want to make sure that if anyone's going through, that we have an agreement with Iran first. So, due to how maritime law works, we could legally do it. It's fine, but I'm sure people are going to be like, oh, gasp. It's like, well, Iran, you could just, not attack things going through there, and then we wouldn't have to close it. But if you're going to try and extort Europe to pay $2 million a ship, you're going to get problems. Like, that's going to be a problem. You can't do that. You can't do that. We're already moving a large amount of our oil out to help cover India, Australia, and other countries because they can't get it from the Middle East at the moment. China's the worst off because we don't really sell them very much oil. So, yeah. No, Wolf. Our gas in the U.S. is local. The gas supply is not a problem for us here. We're actually amping up our production along the coast to try and meet demand as much as we can. So I don't expect it to go much higher. The biggest thing was speculative prices, and the speculative prices for gas are why it went up so much. Iran is sitting on a bunch of it, but they're not shipping any of it out at the moment. They're sitting on an absolute ton. Because they don't have any pipes that go around the Strait of Hormuz, this is pretty much the only option they have. And if they send any ships, we're going to get them. So not the best of ideas for Iran. They really need to negotiate. That would solve a lot of these problems. They haven't yet, so we're going to do what we do. Anyway, y'all have yourself a wonderful day. Y'all have yourself a wonderful night. God bless, and see you later there, Wolf.